Welcome to New Day Cleveland. I'm David Moss, and we are on the road again, and we're going to call this trip a day in Dublin. Best thing about it, no airplane, no ship. You just jump in your car 2 hours south, a suburb of Columbus, and you'll find Dublin, Ohio. And don't feel like you're going to miss out on the Irish culture and tradition, because that's what Dublin is all about. And to fill us in on this is Sarah from the Convention and Visitors Bureau. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm having a great day here in Dublin.
Yeah, we're excited to have you here.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So I was talking about the culture. So this really is sort of an Irish conclave kind of thing?
Yeah, so in Dublin we say Irish is an attitude. So what that means is that you don't have to be Irish to come have some Irish fun with us here in Dublin. And you can expect to meet some friendly, welcoming people while you're here and experience some different Irish activities and experiences. So from things like the Dublin Irish Festival to visiting some of our Irish pubs, or some of our even kind of more traditional businesses have infused some Irish inspiration into what they do. So
one of the things I noticed here is that I parked my car and I didn't get back in my car for a while. Like all these great little tiny shops all really close together here.
Yes.
Some old and then a lot new also, right?
Right. So yeah, so here in our downtown Dublin area, we have the historic Dublin side, which has been here since the beginning of Dublin. It's kind of what we call the heart of our city.
Right.
You'll find great unique shopping, restaurants, some great open spaces, and then if you cross over the river, you'll find Bridge Park, which is a new, modern, vibrant area. They have a great hotel, they have great new restaurants, some shopping options, and then there will actually be a bridge going over the Scioto River that will allow you to bike or walk between the two.
Sounds like all you need is some kind of great 3-day festival or something.
Yes, so I'm happy you mentioned that because we do. We have the Dublin Irish Festival, which is one of the largest Irish festivals in the world. So 3 days, the first weekend in August every year, so you can experience Irish culture, food, entertainment, music. You can learn a lot about Irish whiskey while you're there. You can learn how to play instruments. You can see Celtic sports. So there's really something for everyone. It's a great family-friendly experience, and we welcome about 100,000 people a year.
I remember when you came to Cleveland, we talked a little bit about a big drinking little tour, right?
Right,
you have
yeah.
You have something like that
yes,
also?
Yes, so we have the Celtic Cocktail Trail. So the Celtic Cocktail Trail leads you to 11 different restaurants in Dublin where you can sample an Irish themed cocktail. So we have some of our pubs that are involved, our Irish pubs, because they're just a natural fit. But then we have different, we have an Italian restaurant who participates. We have a Spanish-inspired restaurant that participates. So it's not limited to just Irish pubs. Everybody here in the city kind of embraces that Irish attitude and has made it their own. So it's a great way to experience food and cocktails in the city. We also have the Irish Ferry Door Trail, which is kind of more of a retail experience. So you will go to different unique shops in downtown Dublin and find tiny little Irish ferry doors. And you find the name of each, and then we'll give you a free t-shirt. Yeah,
so it's really cute.
Yes, it's a super fun experience for families. Kids love it. It's very whimsical. So it's a great way to experience our retail here too.
I like the idea of getting something to eat and getting something to drink. So I was thinking about the Dublin Village Tavern. What do you think about that?
I love the Dublin Village Tavern, and I think a lot of locals would tell you the same thing. So the tavern has been here for what feels like forever. They have a lot of Irish-inspired dishes there. The building is on the National Register of Historic Places, so it's really quaint. It's a small, real pub, intimate feeling. And they have obviously kind of go all out for St. Patrick's Day.
I'm sold. I'm sold. I'm on the way.
All right.
Thank you. See ya.
Yep.
Well, I followed the Celtic Cocktail Trail, and it brought me to, what's the name of this place?
The Dublin Village Tavern.
And I tell you, Sarah was telling me all about it, and she started with all the history of it, the food of it, the popularity of it, but for me it was sort of about the cocktail thing. So does that happen here like 7 days a week, or how does that happen?
That can be 7 days a week.
Whenever you want it.
Yes, exactly. Whenever visitors come and they have their books, and they can come in and they can get our Mavernine, which is the featured drink in the little trail book, or they can get any of the other Irish beverages that we offer.
That's fantastic, but right now I smell what's going on in the kitchen here. So we got a whole bunch going on back there. Like, those guys are crazy. What's this big pot, this Irish pot thing?
It's one of our signature dishes. It's an Irish kettle dinner, so it's got a little bit of everything. It's got an in-house simmered corned beef, cabbage, Irish bangers, Irish bacon, potatoes. It's served in a nice little cast iron skillet. It's very popular.
So what are Irish bangers?
It's an Irish sausage.
Oh, sort of like a hot dog kind of thing?
Kind of like an Italian sausage, but different seasonings.
Ah, I like that. And what's this thing about egg rolls? Egg rolls don't sound very Irish to me.
Well, I made them Irish. They've been a staple on our menu since about '07, and it was kind of an idea I came up with. We just took the ingredients that's normally in a Reuben, which would be your corned beef, your sauerkraut, and your Swiss cheese, and we turned it into an egg roll, and it's served with our house-made Thousand Island dressing.
So that sounds pretty good.
Yes, they are.
So it's very inventive. It's not all traditional Irish kind of food.
No, I kind of put a twist on things.
People always make fun of Irish food. They go like it's not very inventive or whatever. But the food here is great. But I hear the desserts might be even better.
Yes, we're also known for our desserts. They're all made in-house. So we have a triple Irish, which is another riff for me that I made with an Irish twist with a chocolate brownie with some Guinness and Jameson caramel, some homemade Bailey's whipped cream.
Sounds good.
Yes.
So how are some of the traditional Irish people around here, with you putting all these twists on things, making up new deals out of their traditions? They like that idea?
They do like that idea.
Yeah, I think it sounds like a great idea. And tell me a little bit more about some of the things at the bar. Like I know like St. Patrick's Day, people have green beer and that kind of stuff. But
we don't do green beer.
You don't do that. You have something.
We have real Irish beer, so we don't offer the green beer.
What are the Irish beers? What are the good ones you like?
We have Guinness, of course, Kilkenny, Harp, Smittix. Those are all on tap year round, and we sell a lot of all of them. We have 28 different kinds of Irish whiskey. The Irish are really getting into crafting now, craft type whiskey. Even we have a great Irish gin from the Drumshambo area, and it's also really good.
Terrific stuff. Okay, so I come in here the very first time, I sit down, I order something to eat. What should I order?
You should order the Irish kettle dinner.
Okay, and what should I get to drink?
You should get either a Guinness or how about a Mavernine?
Mavernine, okay, that sounds good. And is there a toast for the Irish?
Sláinte.
Sláinte. There you go, sláinte. Okay, Gerald, thank you very much. I think I'm all schooled up on the tavern now, and now I'm going to go shopping, but that's coming up after the break. Welcome back to our road show to Dublin, and of course when you're on the road you want to go shopping, right? So let's check out one of the hottest shops around.
Boho 72 Boutique is a moderately priced place where you can get a dress for a party, you can get a gift for a friend that has a birthday, you can get amazing jewelry at a wonderful price. We try to be a little bit on the trendier side, but also have pieces that are more classic because we do have customers that range in different ages. Classic may be a little black dress. We have several black dresses, great for parties, weddings, cocktail dresses, and then we also have the trendier pieces would be more, we have a lot of jumpsuits right now that are very trendy and popular, so we have several of those. The home decor section is our homemade pillows are very, very popular. Those have great little sayings on them. You can get those at any time for gifts. We also have handmade coasters, and both of these are locally made, which is nice. You can at any time come into Boho 72 Boutique and get something Irish themed if you need a gift for someone that likes the Irish themed. We have several items and we carry them all the time, which is nice. It's not just certain times of the year. During Irish Fest, you can get something. We carry them all the time. Being in Dublin, Ohio, we like to carry some Irish-themed gifts. We are definitely known for our jewelry. Basically, I feel because it's moderately priced. You can get, a pair of earrings, a necklace, at a wonderful price. We do carry several trendier pieces. Some are handmade. Some of the newer ones and more popular are like the feather leather material because they're really lightweight. So those are very popular, but we carry a very wide range of different kinds of jewelry. We at Boho 72 want women to come in here and feel comfortable telling us that they want help picking out a wonderful, an outfit for a special event, for a party, and that they can ask for help. We can pick something out that might look good on every body style. Every woman's different. So we want them to feel comfortable and feel like they're coming shopping with their friends and that we help them pick something out that they will love. we carry things that nobody else has. You can come get a dress for a party, and chances are no one else is going to have that particular dress on when you go to your event. Boho 72 is located on 72 North High Street, across the street from the Dublin Library, and we are open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Cue the caramel, because we are at Kilwins right now. We're going to make some coated apples here. Stephanie, you're the chief here, right?
I am.
You're the chief
Yes.
bottle washer, apple dipper, and the whole 9 yards.
That's right.
So this place has been around since 1947, but not here in Dublin, right?
No.
'Cause
Kilwins
this
Kilwins has been around for 71 years. We're recently new to Dublin.
This is a brand new area. When you come over here, it's just a beautiful, beautiful place. So what are you going to teach me how to do
Well,
today?
I want you to get all
Geared
geared
up?
up, put your gloves on, put your hat on.
Check this out,
And I'm
huh?
going to teach you how to make some bear claws.
How does this look?
You look very official.
I'm on TV, you know,
You
I'm very
look great.
vain.
Very professional.
Okay, let me try to get these on. I always take orders when somebody gives me gloves. I can never get the gloves on though. It's hard. There we go. Okay, so what are we doing?
We're gonna scoop up some caramel,
I got one.
and then we're just going to pour it on the nuts. And these are bear claws and snappers.
So what do? You organize the nuts with a little ring there, huh?
Yes. So 2 ounces of nuts, 2 ounces of caramel, and then when it dries, we add an ounce of chocolate. So I'm gonna let you finish the rest.
What do you? Oh, so I get one of these?
Yes.
How deep do I go?
Just kind of,
Like
yeah,
that?
perfect.
Perfect. Okay, I do another one.
Sure.
Okay. Hey, this is pretty cool. So you do this all day long. I see all these beautiful things with caramel around here. Like I saw marshmallows over
Yes.
there.
So we have marshmallows, Crispies, Oreos, pretzels, apples. We make our fudge, and some of the fudge has caramel. We have our our bear claws, our snappers, our crab claws.
Snappers. What's a snapper?
This is our it's these.
These are snappers?
Yeah, pecan snapper and bear claw with the cashews.
I like that. I got one more to go. So after we do this, what do we do after this?
We're gonna let that dry, and then we're going to dip some apples. And when we dip our apples, we usually do the nuts first. So we use Granny Smith apples, and we're going to dip it in the caramel, shake it off,
Whoa, that looks dangerous.
and then,
Nuts are a big part of this game, right?
yes. And then just kind of push it on
Oh,
a
so
little
I
bit
try
and
one?
set it down. Sure.
Okay, so did I see you go like this in here?
Yeah, we want to make sure that it covers this stick.
It's hot in here. Okay, then what?
So you're gonna just
Stick it in the
stick
nuts?
it in the peanuts, and then you're gonna just kind of push around and.
Oh, look at that. So everything in the store you guys make here?
So we make hundreds of items in the store, and if we don't make it here, we order it from the home kitchen in Petoskey. But we do production every day.
This is great. I see
do.
ice cream back there. That looks delicious.
Yeah, we have 32 flavors of Kilwins original recipe ice cream.
Tell me what it's like when you make fudge here.
So in our kitchen, we don't have a microwave, an oven, or a stove. We just have this old-fashioned copper kettle. So we make all of our product in this, and we heat our fudge to around 230 to 235 degrees, and we pour it out onto the marble table and let it cool.
What do you think?
It looks amazing.
Wow. Is that great? I'm a rookie too, you know. I like the gloves. What do you think? Why do you get that kind of hat and I get this kind of hat?
You have to earn this hat.
Yeah, I'll keep doing it. Hey, this thing over here, look at these. This looks like an accident, but it's better than an accident,
Yes,
right?
those are our crab claws. It's toasted coconut, our caramel, and then Kilwins Heritage chocolate.
Can I tip it over, show people what it looks like?
Absolutely.
See? Pretty cool, huh? And a little chocolate thing in the middle.
Yes.
But I'm intrigued by all the different marshmallow things you do. How cool is that?
Yeah, so we do, it's Kilwins marshmallow, so it's our own marshmallow that we use, and we'll do caramel dip marshmallows. They are frozen first, and we dip it in caramel, dip it in chocolate. We have sea salt, we have caramel, chocolate dip marshmallows.
So we're in Dublin, but this doesn't look like Dublin, like old Dublin. This is like new Dublin here, right?
Yeah, this is the new Bridge Park area. It's also known as downtown Dublin.
So you're right here in the middle of downtown.
We are.
You got the ice cream
Yes.
shop. It's like an ice cream parlor. You got the candy. You got a whole seating area over there
Yes.
too. It's sort of old school in here, but it's also sort of hip, huh?
It is. The other thing about Kilwins is we always sample the fudge. We always sample everything that we're making in our kitchen. We sample the ice cream, so we always sample.
That means I get a chance to sample,
yes,
huh?
you can sample lots of products.
So people,
today.
when they come in, they get to sample a little bit too, huh?
Yes.
Can I do one more on the
Sure.
way out?
Sure.
So listen, folks, it's called Kilwins. Stephanie is here, and you got to meet the crew too, because they have a great crew of people. A lot of fun. Fun for me, fun for the family. And if that's not enough fun for you, coming up after the break, we've got more family fun. Look at that.
Perfect.
Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Kilwins. Welcome back to our road trip to Dublin. And of course, what's the favorite color here? It's green. And of course, it's all about the art. And the best thing about the art here, it's free.
So Dublin's Art in Public Places program is a really robust program of public art here in the city. We have more than 70 sculptural elements in the collection, meaning that all throughout Dublin, anywhere you go, you can find either a sculpture or a mural or something really exciting and engaging to interact with. Dublin Arts Council was actually started as an ad hoc committee who brought the Columbus Symphony Orchestra to this park that we're standing in Scioto Park, for the dedication of the park. The Art in Public Places collection was started just a little while after that. So the first piece of public art was actually Leather Lips, which is right behind me here, and that was installed in 1990. And since then, we've consistently added more pieces to the collection. One of the really wonderful things about Dublin's Art in Public Places program is that most of the pieces in the collection have something to do with the actual site where they stand, which means that they're all site specific. What the artist of Leather Lips wanted to do is to honor the indigenous Wyandot people in the area. The artist's name is Ralph Helmick, and Chief Leather Lips was a Wyandot chief who lived in the Dublin area. And he was known as being very honorable and true to his word. So the sculpture was inspired by him. And the sculpture itself is actually created with local limestone that was sourced from the area. It stands about 12 feet high. It overlooks the river. So what you can actually do with this sculpture is there's a flat surface on the top where you can actually go up and stand on top of the Chief Leather Lip sculpture and see the beautiful vista of the river and the rest of the park from that perspective. Field of Corn is probably our most well-known piece in the collection. It's been featured in many different articles and books and collections about things to see and do in Ohio. A lot of people don't really know why it's there, but it does provoke an emotional response, which we think is a wonderful thing for public art to do. And actually that piece is by artist Malcolm Cochrane, and his inspiration for that piece is that the park on which Field of Corn stands used to be a farm owned by Sam and Eulalia France. And so the sculpture itself is sort of a tribute to the agrarian society that Dublin used to be. And if you notice, the corn rows are laid out almost like similar to the tombstones in Arlington National Cemetery was sort of his inspiration for that pattern. So it's sort of a monument to what used to be. Watch House was created by the artist as sort of a tribute to the indigenous Wyandot people once again. If you notice, it's on a circle mound, which was created by the artist, but many of those mounds used to exist in this area. Inside Watch House, if you actually look up at the ceiling, you can notice many different shapes cut out of the roof that allows light to shine through. So Exuviae by Todd Smith is a really interesting piece that a lot of people see and kind of wonder what the inspiration was. And believe it or not, the artist was inspired both by his tree climbing habits as a child and by the habits of cicadas, who are also notorious tree climbers and shed their outer layers of skin. So the artist actually wrapped himself in material and then emerged from the back of it to create those shapes. So if you notice, there is a hole in the back of those sculptures, and there are multiple scattered throughout Kaufman Park, but the most obvious one is the one right near the Recreation Center. Dublin Arts Council actually offers an award-winning cell phone tour. So what you are able to do is each sculpture in the collection or piece of artwork has a sign nearby that has a phone number which you're able to call and hear a pre-recorded message from the artist. So you're actually able to hear the artist speak about their own artwork in their own words. It's a really great adventure and a great way to get out and see Dublin's parks, because they're all throughout parks with access to the river or its tributaries, meaning that you'll see beautiful waterscapes and parks, and you'll be finding some incredible hidden artwork as well.
Well, of course, walking around makes you a little hungry, right? So I've got the perfect place to take the family. We're going to check it out right now. It's called the Cap City Fine Diner.
So Cap City Fine Diner and Bar is a really fun concept. It has a menu that is a sophisticated take on traditional classic American comfort food. So there's something on our menu for everyone, from our famous meatloaf to our wonderful blue cheese potato chips. And the really fun part is my favorite dish changes daily. If it's a Sunday, my favorite is our beef stroganoff. It's a Monday, shrimp and grits is phenomenal. But my go-to is always our pecan crusted pork chop. I describe our atmosphere as retro chic. So we have kind of a take on a 50s diner with some really, really cool, sophisticated touches throughout the dining room, from our bake shop in our lobby to our giant gumball machine. Just fun, kind of whimsical things, but also classic diner as well. Our meatloaf, you know, when you think of meatloaf, you think of grandmas, you think of moms, but our chef team takes it to the next level. So it's on a perfectly toasted buttermilk bread, then the meatloaf, barbecue gravy on top of that. Stacked on top of that is our chive mashed potatoes, which are made in-house, crispy onion straws, and then broccoli on the side. So our Romano crusted chicken is also another very popular dish. So we coat it with panko crumbs and Romano cheese. We serve it with a roasted tomato sauce and angel hair pasta. It sounds simple, but those ingredients put together work in harmony. They are phenomenal. With this concept, we did something different. We took the bake shop and took it out of the heart of the house, out of the kitchen, buried back in the depths of the kitchen, and we put it front and center because desserts are so integral to our DNA as a concept, and everything that we do is made in-house. Our baker, Mary, has been with the company for 20 years. So some of our signature items in the bake shop are seriously big chocolate cake. We call it that for a reason. It's absolutely ginormous. Our 24-karat carrot cake is my favorite. It's the best carrot cake I've ever had. We also have a wonderful peanut butter pie. It's covered with a chocolate ganache. Absolutely amazing. One cool thing about the milkshake, it's the icon of our company. Every associate on their first day of orientation receives a chocolate milkshake, just so that way if they ever feel the words no coming out of their mouth, they're reminded that yes is the answer, what's the question. So chocolate to me is near and dear to my heart. It's my favorite, but also, you know, there's some really, really fun ones on there. You know, we can do any flavor you want, but the Buckeye milkshake, peanut butter and chocolate, you know, that's certainly one of our most popular. Cap City is a very family-friendly restaurant. You know, our kids menu is phenomenal. One of the coolest things that we have, I would say, is probably our gluten-free menu. So we also have a kids gluten-free menu. It's something a lot of other restaurants run away from and try to, you know, deny. It's something that we embrace. So when we designed our kitchen, we designed it around being gluten-free. So we have a dedicated gluten-free fryer. So nothing with gluten ever touches that, and it allows us to do dishes that nobody else can do. The giant gumball machine is a tradition between the three concepts. Every Cap City Fine Diner and Bar has one in their lobby. It's just something fun and whimsical, and you know, when our guests arrive, they look over, and you know, sometimes walking into a new restaurant can be intimidating, and then you look and you see a gumball machine with 40,000 gumballs in it, and it just puts you at ease, which is the atmosphere we're trying to establish.
The Cap City Fine Diner is open 7 days a week, and you'll find it in Bridge Park. Still to come, it's the best view in Dublin. Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. It's our day in Dublin, and this is going to be very special, folks, because we're on the top of maybe the coolest place in town. It's called the AC Marriott, a boutique-style hotel. And to prove it's really cool, at the top there's a place called VASO, and it's a club. And this is the general manager. This is Chelsea. How do you do?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. I got to tell you something. I got a chance to peek around in here yesterday, and there was a great crowd in here, and everyone was having a wonderful time.
Yes, we fill it very quickly every single day.
Yeah. So I was wondering, there must be a story behind this, that somehow this sort of fits in here. This is sort of European, and the town is sort of Irish.
Yes.
What's the story?
So AC Marriott brand was based out of Spain. So the entire hotel we have underneath of us has a very Spanish, modern, eclectic feel to it. VASO is kind of the crowning jewel on top of that. So we are a Spanish-inspired tapas restaurant and bar and lounge.
Well, this is one of the things we're talking about, tapas. And what does tapas mean, and what are some of these dishes?
So tapas means small plate in Spanish. So our entire menu is made up of small plates. They vary in size. So we have small plates that are catered to more towards 1 to 2 people sharing at a time, and then we have larger plates that are geared towards more 4 to 6 people sharing at a time.
Okay, now this looks like is this some kind of tuna maybe?
Yes. So this is our brand new ceviche. This is a cold smoked ahi tuna. So cold smoked means that it is literally being smoked on a frozen pallet in the oven.
Wow.
So we char the oven, throw the frozen block of tuna in there, all of that char sinks down to the bottom of the oven, and it stays frozen the entire time.
This could be 2 or 4 people, huh?
2 or 4 people.
Yeah,
Yep.
I like that.
Pickled carrots, trumpet mushrooms, and a little bit of niçoise on top.
That's great. I like what Jorge's doing back here too. He's making a lot of noise, so you know he's doing something right,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
I like that. Which one do you want to talk about first here?
So let's talk about this. This is our brand new flatbread. So every menu change we do seasonal flatbread flips. So this one is a octopus flatbread. It comes with mushrooms and a mustard glaze on top and a little bit of micro cilantro drizzled on top.
It is great. It's a little salty. It's a little sweet.
A little savory.
Yeah, it's got both things going on. It's terrific.
So this is our Nicoise Salad. So take on traditional Nicoise salad, which is cold asparagus salad. Comes with a soft-boiled egg, and then the swipe underneath of it is actually dehydrated olives that have been ground down. So you're getting fresh dehydrated olive juice swiped underneath, and then you've got dehydrated tomatoes, and then caramelized lemon on top, which gives it this really vibrant acidity on top.
You taste that, and you think that you're going to taste balsamic or something like that. When you look at it, it's a totally different world. It's that olivey, strong, beautiful flavor.
We like to mess with people a little bit.
Look at this ice cube. Holy crow, it's got the name VASO right in the ice cube.
So we stamp all of our ice here for all of our signature cocktails, as well as all of our classics. So anytime you order a Manhattan, Old Fashioned, Boulevardier, Negroni, you're going to get our signature ice block.
I'd like to get a doggy bag for my ice cube. That's how cool it is. So what did Jorge make here?
So this is actually one of Jorge's cocktails off the new menu. This is called the Discussion.
Discussion?
The Discussion. So this cocktail features Armagnac, which is different than cognac, which is why he named it the Discussion, obviously.
Different part of France.
Different part of France. Not a lot of people drink Armagnac neat here in the Midwest, so this is kind of an introductory cocktail for them. It's very summer forward, so it's got a really nice blackberry plum shrub in it. Super refreshing, got a little bit of bitterness to it coming from the Armagnac.
Yeah, it is. What about your drink there?
This is my favorite drink off the menu. Beautiful color, bright and vibrant for summertime. This is called the Street Mango.
We got that together. He's making the third drink. What's this third drink going to be?
This is our Bird of Paradise.
The Bird of Paradise. So we'll get a picture of that Bird of Paradise while you and I go outside and see what all the big deal is about the patio.
Absolutely.
So this is a brave new world out here.
Yes.
Huh? Wow.
This is what everyone comes for.
It must be wild at night, but I heard they start coming here in the afternoon.
Oh yeah, right at 4. As soon as we open the doors, line of people ready to come up, claim their table space, claim their fire pit space.
Fire pit?
Fire pits.
Wow, so you have little private areas out here too?
Yes, so we have lounge style seating all throughout the entire patio, as well as traditional dining style seating. All of our fire pits, once the weather warms up enough, will actually have tabletops put on top of them. So obviously you won't need the fire anymore. And then we also have our private cabana spaces, which are available to rent for $250 an hour.
It's a good time for an hour,
It
right?
is.
Hey, so I heard some crazy story about you having igloos out here in the winter.
We do.
I can't believe that.
We are the places with the igloos.
You need the drinks then, right?
Yeah, to stay warm, absolutely.
Okay, so if I want to come down here, I'm driving down here from Cleveland, so it's a couple hours. What time do you open, and how do I make sure I'm going to get a place to sit out here?
Wonderful. So we open at 4 o'clock every day. We do have a reservation system online. You are always more than welcome to call anytime after 4 p.m. and one of my lovely hostesses can take down your information. And
You
make
have
your
lovely hostesses?
I do have a lovely hostess team. They're wonderful. And then you can also make a reservation through our website, vasodublin.com.
I was thinking, I had such great food, such great drinks. I was thinking about cupcakes. You like cupcakes?
I love cupcakes.
Cupcakes are next.
We're a unique bakery. We're not a typical bakery where you would have lots of cases of product sitting out. We had that years ago, but our crystal ball is kind of fuzzy. We don't know what flavor people are going to want, what decorations they're going to want on their cupcakes, cookies. So we eliminated our cases, and so when customers come in, they say, oh, well, this is what I want. I want one of your favorites. We always have a couple of favorite items per month, so specialty month. I want a French macaron. I want to get some Buckeyes, of course, since we're here in Ohio. I grab a cookie, some brownies. But then all of our cupcakes, we ice for you when you come in so that they're really moist and fresh. And so people can tell us what size cupcake they want. We have 3 sizes. They can tell us what cake flavor, what filling, what frosting. So again, it really makes it customized for the customer. Our most popular flavors are all of them, because we make things for what you want. We don't decide what the most popular is. Now, with that being said, we are in Columbus, Ohio, and so our most popular favorite, which we have, which are filled cupcakes or cakes, is our Buckeye Cake. So, and for our cupcakes, we call it a backwards Buckeye. It's a chocolate cake. It's filled with ganache and it has peanut butter frosting. So for the chocolate peanut butter people, that's it. For our customers who enjoy fruity things, our raspberry lemonade is the most popular. So it's a lemon cake filled with raspberry, and you can choose your favorite icing on it. So those tend to be our customers' most popular. This business has turned into a family affair. My husband is now our baker. He left corporate America a number of years ago and said, we're just going to do this. Our daughter is our wedding coordinator, and our granddaughters are taste testers for sure. Every week we got to come over and make sure that Gibby, it's his name, their grandfather, baking everything well. Our son-in-law helps with IT. Our son is not in the area, but he was definitely very helpful with the prototyping years and years ago, and has helped with technology expertise throughout the years. We are located in the historic district. It's really a vibrant area, a lot of walking people, people walking around during the day, checking things out. We've got retail stores in our area, so it's just a really vibrant, fun place to be. So if you're coming down from Cleveland, we'd love for you to stop in. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, and you can decorate a cupcake anytime our retail hours are open. And it's just a really fun experience to come in for a few minutes, grab a cupcake, enjoy looking at the historic building, and then go on and enjoy the beautiful scenery in the area.
Our CupCakery is located on North High Street in Dublin. Coming up after the break, it could be a road trip all by itself. It's called the Morgan House. Welcome back to New Day Cleveland and our road trip to Dublin. And now it is time to shop till you drop and have a little lunch while you're at it. It's the Morgan House.
The Morgan House was started as a store by my parents. They found a cabin in southeastern Ohio that was moved to this property to be part of the store. That cabin was a family's cabin by the name of Weavers, but was stayed in by John Morgan and Morgan Raiders during the Civil War. He's a Confederate general. So the namesake of the store is from that incident of him and his men staying there during the Civil War. But so that cabin was moved to this location and then followed by the store, which we just kind of continued to use some of the historic looking beams throughout the store just to keep the look consistent. But really a neat place to have lunch because you can actually sit in the cabin with the fire. The restaurant offers what I would describe as maybe a ladies' lunch. Of course, men can eat here, and the portions are plenty. But soups, sandwiches, quiche, there's a soup of the day every day. We always have a flavor of the day of coffee, which we also sell that coffee that's being served in the restaurant in our food room if you like the coffee that's being served that day. We offer a little bit of something for probably everybody. We have full furniture selection, which includes custom upholstered furniture, lighting, all tabletop decorative accessories. We also have a women's boutique, which is going to be clothing, jewelry, purses, and the like, as well as a food room, which we have flavored coffee, soups, sauces, specialty candy items, and then of course 3 stories of gift shop in the middle of the store, which is going to be a little bit more seasonal and hit all of the holidays, as well as just all types of small gifts. The different styles that we do have here at the Morgan House covers a wide range. I mean, you can even say that some of the things that we have are very contemporary, but then also going back to primitive and or country items, and everything in between, the traditional, the transitional. The store truly is a destination store. We have people from all over the state and slightly beyond. There's certain times of year where you can go out into the parking lot here and see 30 or 40 different counties where people are really making a day trip out of it and coming to experience the store. People who live here in Dublin or in the area, whenever they have guests come and stay with them, they make a point to bring them here because it's truly a store that you're not going to come across anywhere else. It's just a wide variety and a unique store, especially in today's age of big box. People just feel at home. You know, it doesn't have that sterile feeling of walking into what I would consider a big box store or what most retail is today. You can come in and just enjoy yourself and relax.
The Morgan House is open 7 days a week, and of course you can check their website for the hours. Okay, we've shopped, we've had some lunch. How about some Southern cooking?
So Hen Quarter is upscale Southern cuisine. So there's a lot of different scales of dining today. You've got fine dining, you've got casual dining, you've got fast casual, quick serve. We're in that space that's upscale dining. So we're right on the cusp of fine dining, but didn't want to go white tablecloth. So our environment is all around Southern food, but Southern food at its finest. A lot of people think of Southern food as down home type of soul food. That's not us. We actually are high-end cuisine that is got a Southern twist and spin on it. So we have everything from different types of oyster dishes to shrimp and grits, but all done in a very fine way to where you can come in and have a great fine dining experience, but at the same time, wear your flip-flops and your t-shirt if you want to, and still have a really, really good time and enjoy yourself and not feel uncomfortable. And we are a bourbon bar, so that's also part of our culture. 145 different bourbons currently. We are also known for our wines, 770 wines total on premise. And we do a great job of selling both, and people have a great time when they come in here. We have a signature cocktail list that we do every season. We just launched our new spring menu a couple weeks back, and these cocktails, a couple of them are smoked, tableside presentation, really, really fun experience. It's just all about having a good experience that you can write home about.
Hen Quarter is one of the stops on the Celtic cocktail trail. I'm making the drink, it's called Excuse Me Miss. Features Slain Irish whiskey. We do a spiced apple infusion with this. Local watershed apple brandy. Pairs beautifully with the dry carousel. A little bit of honey vanilla syrup to sweeten it. Orange bitters as a seasoning. Our bucket glass with a large cube. It's garnished with an apple chip. It's another one of our popular drinks. It's called We Belong Together. This has an 1.5 ounces of Woodford Reserve, 3/4 ounces of apricot brandy, 1/4 ounce of Oloroso sherry, just a splash of cherry herring, 2 dashes of a black walnut and Angostura bitter blend. Serve this drink tableside in a smoked carafe. There you have it, we belong together.
Most loved, obviously, our fried chicken. is absolutely everybody's favorite. It's our #1 seller. Our chicken and waffles as well. We do brunch on the weekends, so we really get a lot of the chicken and waffles on the weekends. But I will tell you, my personal favorite on the menu is our pork chop. We have a phenomenal pork chop that's served over collard greens. It's amazing. A red fish that we just launched recently, and some other cool stuff. But I will also tell you the steak is by far and away one of the better ones in the city. So the new area gives us tons of traction. You know, obviously everybody's coming out here going, man, this is really cool. What I love most is that we're ahead of the swing of the pendulum. You know, a lot of people don't realize that we're seeing more urbanization of the suburbs being a thing now. Again, we want Hen Quarter to feel like home. So no matter if you're from Cincinnati, Cleveland, Dayton, doesn't matter. Come in and see us when you're in Dublin. We'll make you feel right at home.
Hen Quarter is open 7 days a week. We still have a whole lot more New Day Cleveland coming up after the break. Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. Our day in Dublin continues. And there's a whole lot more, like, well, check this out.
The restaurant La Scala was named after the opera house in Milan, Italy. Well, it was more of a Tuscany kind of a feel because of the arches and the different paint schemes and the windows and stuff like that. So it's more like Tuscany because when we went there, that's what it was. It was a little different. I love it because it does give you that Italian feel as soon as you walk in the door. We make everything in-house. We make our own pastas. We make our own pasta sheets for lasagnas. We make our own raviolis, gnocchis, manicottis, fettuccine, spaghetti, sausages, meatballs, all of our sauces, all of our soups. Everything we make in-house. Everything we do is made fresh, made right away. And we've had success with that. People like it.
What are your thoughts? They're kind of one that's been a staple since 1972. So a lot of people have had either a prom here, and now then they have their wedding here, and now their kids are having their prom here or their wedding here. So it's just kind of the nostalgic atmosphere that we have, and that's just kind of the reaction. Biggest reaction you get is everything on portion size. So everything's big. It's Italian. You're not going to leave hungry. And that seems to be everyone's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that my lasagna is over the plate, or I can't believe my veal is this big. So that's kind of the reactions that we seem to get.
I think it is basically giving somebody a good product, and that's what we try to do. Give you the best you're going to get. Give it to them as fresh as you're going to get. Serve it to them with good service, with atmosphere, with people smiling. And this is what makes everybody come back.
You know, most popular items always, every year when they're in the sales reports, always lasagna, spaghetti, meatball. You know, top 2 standard Italian dishes. My favorite that we do have though is I like spicy food, so I like our pasta Vesuvio. We take a pesto cream sauce, Cajun spice with our homemade sausage, and it's just outstanding with the right amount of zip to it where it's spicy enough but not enough that it's gonna hurt you, but enough to know that it's hot. Chicken piccata is going to be lightly breaded with flour and then sauteed in a lemon and white wine. And then capers are added, and then it is served with our homemade fettuccine alfredo. So the pizza oven is 100% pure wood fired. There's no gas behind it. It is fired up every day by wood. And it's a stone-shaped dome, so it cooks from the top down. So pizzas are done in around 7 minutes. When we make our dough process, the thing that we put to activate the yeast is we put a touch of honey, so the crust has a little bit of sweetness to it, which makes it completely different and unique.
La Scala is unique in a lot of different ways. We won the best Italian restaurant in the city of Columbus 2 years in a row. We won the best banquet facility last year. So we're riding a pretty good streak on people coming in. And just last night we had a guy from Youngstown who's the chef, came out to eat for his birthday. He drove down here to eat, and he had his chicken saltimbocca, and he said it was the best he's ever had in his life. We're located at 4199 West Dublin Grandville Rd. That's Dublin, Ohio. And we've been here 47 years now, going on 48. We plan to be here a lot longer.
I'd like to welcome you to our restaurant where everything is pretty much homemade. You can't get more authentic Italian than that.
Well, it appears that a day in Dublin has ended for me, but it could just begin for you by jumping in the car 2 hours south on I-71, just north of Columbus, and you'll find the things that I did, like the Dublin Village Tavern with Irish egg rolls. What's that? Well, they're pretty good, I'll tell you that. The Mavarine, I love the candied apples. I had some candy, I had some ice cream. I love the club on top of the AC Marriott. Very hip spot. If you want to do some shopping, there's plenty of that too. I had a good time. You can have a good time too. I'm David Moss, and I'll see you on the next New Day Cleveland.